I have never, ever been big on the whole concept of reality shows. For crying out loud, they get in the way of me getting my own show, unless it's a reality show. And I promise you, nobody wants to know about my real life because I don't have one. There is, however, a reality show that I do love, and that's when the televangelists take to the air. It doesn't get any realer than that. Put TV and religion together, and brother, I'm set for the night. Forget the creation of man or the natural beauty of earth. If there really is a God, this is the greatest thing that he's ever given us. I can't get enough of it. I'm serious. The marriage of TV and religion is like the audiovisual equivalent of crack. And it's always been like that for me. Most people remember the first time they ever had sex. Well, guess what? So do I. And I was terrific. But I also remember the first time I saw a televangelist. And make no mistake about this, my life was changed forever. It was the mid-50s, and his name was Oral Roberts, and he was ranting and raving about the Lord. The Lord this, and the Lord that. This guy's Lord was better than Davy Crockett and James Dean rolled into one. And this Roberts guy marched around the stage like a rock star. He made the crippled people see and blind people walk. And here's the crazy part. He did it all in a tent. To be honest, I hardly recall what he was saying. But I remember he said it all in a tent. A tent that he would carry from town to town. A tent that was packed with believers. A tent without air conditioning, for God's sakes. It was truly spectacular. Now that's faith for you. Bringing the word of God to thousands of people in a tent in the heart of the country, in rain or shine, hail or snow, delivering the message like God's own post office employee. It was inexplicable to me as it was riveting. Wow, this is oh so important to him. And as fascinated as I was, I couldn't care less about his message. But I couldn't stop watching, and there was something about that tent. And ever since, I will always stop my channel surfing when I see someone standing in front of a congregation. For some people, it's American Idol. For others, it's Dancing with the Stars. But for me, it's the televangelists peddling their messages of hope for cash. My favorite of all time was Jimmy Swaggart. I could watch reruns of this guy. He was good. Nobody slung it better. He created an illogical logic about the Word of God that was truly awe-inspiring. I will never forget the first time I saw him sitting under a weeping willow tree propped against his mother's tombstone. He was making a pitch for money. He said that he was sitting on his mother's grave and he knew that she would want everyone watching to send her boys some cash so he could continue to spread the word of the Lord. Asking for money from your mother's grave, it doesn't get any better than that. The only thing that would have been better is if he said he had just buried his mother and she was still alive and he wouldn't dig her up unless we got on the phones and made our pledges now. From that moment on, I watched his show religiously.